What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Dogecoin, but before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. Okay, so we're going to start off here with Dogecoin on the 5-day candlesticks. And the very first thing that I want to show you guys is the Elliott wave count that we're seeing on the bigger picture. So in the bigger picture, we see an ABC correction on Dogecoin, wave A, wave B, and wave C, taking us down to around 5 cents per Dogecoin. So we do have a full market cycle here on the bigger picture, where we have 5 waves up and an ABC correction back down, which is exactly what we're looking for in crypto, especially on the 5-day or the weekly or any of those bigger time frames. We want to see 5 waves up and an ABC correction back down. That's exactly what we see. Now what we're looking for here is on the smaller time frame, on the daily, we have another perfect example of 5 waves up and an ABC correction back down. So we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. And now we have an ABC correction back down. So the same structure that we saw in the bigger picture is happening on the smaller time frames as well. Now, buying wave C is very, very profitable. That's exactly what you want to do, is buy the bottom of wave C. Especially if you can buy the bottom of wave C either near the bottom of wave 4 or wave 1 or wave 2. Kind of depends on what Elliott wave cycle you're looking at. Some Elliott wave cycles stop at wave 4. Other Elliott wave cycles, the C wave goes all the way down to wave 1 or wave 2. So I really like this setup here on Dogecoin. We do see a complete market cycle in the bigger picture as well as in the smaller time frame, which leads me to believe that we're going to see a big reversal here on Dogecoin in the smaller time frame, and we're going to see continuation of the big picture bull market in the bigger time frame. So that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see that confluence in both the smaller time frame and in the bigger time frame, both leading us to believe that we're going to see more upside. The other thing, we do have bullish divergence on the MACD. So as you can see, price made a low and a lower low here on Dogecoin, and then we have our low and our higher low here on the MACD. So that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see bullish divergence, especially at the bottom of an ABC correction. That's exactly what we're looking for, is to see confluence between our Elliott waves and our indicators. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of bullishness on the smaller time frame as well as in the bigger time frame here with Dogecoin. The other thing I want to talk about today is the total crypto market cap and Pepe and Solana. So we're going to go ahead and talk about those. But before we do, let's go ahead and remove all the drawing tools on Dogecoin. And I just want to show you exactly how bullish Dogecoin really is in the bigger picture to give you guys an idea of just how much this thing can really pump. So in the big picture, we have that full complete market cycle that we were looking at with Dogecoin. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you that same kind of psychology that took place not on Dogecoin, but actually on Ethereum back in 2018, 2019, and 2020. So we have the same exact psychology here on Ethereum over on the right as Dogecoin over here on the left. So we get 5 waves up, we get our ABC correction back down, A, B, and C wave down. On both charts, you can see A wave, B wave, and C wave back down. Both Ethereum and Dogecoin did a perfect market cycle, 5 waves up and an ABC correction back down. Then they went sideways, and then they started to break out into their bull market, and you can see Ethereum really took off here and went nuts. That's exactly what I'm expecting to have happen here with Dogecoin, is a bigger picture reversal, and for us to start to go completely nuts here in the big picture on Dogecoin. It's the same psychology as Ethereum back in the day when Ethereum was very undervalued before it broke its all-time high right up here and skyrocketed above its all-time high. It's the same human psychology taking place on Dogecoin today. So in the big picture, the opportunity to buy Dogecoin is absolutely insane. It's super, super high. The profitability is still super high. The opportunity is just insane for picking up Dogecoin right here, right now, in preparation for a big picture breakout. So I really, really love this setup here on Dogecoin. Loving the ABC correction, loving the structure. It reminds me so much of other cycles that I've seen in crypto, that I've seen in different coins. It's the same psychology, the same human emotion playing out over and over again in these charts. So I really, really, really like this setup on Dogecoin. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Bitcoin here in the big picture. A lot of people are wondering, what is Bitcoin going to do? Is Bitcoin going to break out? Is it going to pull back? What's happening with Bitcoin? Now, in the bigger picture, as you can see, we have a very, very powerful uptrend on Bitcoin. Now, this trend, I suspect to continue to go up for quite some time. I'm not going to try to call a top on this unless I may be talking about that closer to a top on the stock market, but until the stock market gets overvalued, I'm not going to call a top on Bitcoin. And for me, the stock market is just barely getting into that blow-off top phase where it's going to get super overvalued over the next 5 whatever amount of years before it tops out. So with Bitcoin, that uptrend is very, very intact. It's very, very stable, and it's extremely powerful to buy the dip in this uptrend in preparation for more upside in the bigger picture. So don't be shocked to see Bitcoin continue to break out here in the bigger picture in preparation for more upside as it follows the Dow Jones and as it follows the stock market, because the stock market just started a blow-off top. And a blow-off top is where things start to get really overvalued, but they pump super, super hard because the FOMO is so high. That's what I think the stock market is headed into right now, is that kind of FOMO, that blow-off top kind of psychology where things are starting to get overvalued, but they're going to FOMO buy like crazy and get stupid overvalued and then crash like crazy afterwards. And that's exactly what I think is coming in the stock market. We're starting to see signs of a repeat of the roaring 20s. And I think Bitcoin is going to follow the stock market. It's going to follow it right alongside it. It's going to be right there behind the stock market breaking out and really taking off while the stock market goes into that parabolic blow-off top overvalued phase. So Bitcoin uptrend is still intact, and I really think this uptrend, we're very undervalued. In fact, we're on the bottom half of this channel. So we're still in the very, very undervalued phase of the cycle. Until it starts to get closer to the middle of the channel, or even the top of the channel, we're undervalued here on Bitcoin. And I think we're going to see a lot more upside. And you can see that the structure is very similar to what's happened as we built momentum up before we really went crazy in the last 2 big bull markets. So I really, really like this setup here on Bitcoin. I think we're going to see a lot more upside. And the total crypto market cap is just going to follow along with it. With that being said, I also think that a bunch of different coins are going to be really bullish, including Ethereum and Solana. And as you can see, Solana is also the same psychology as Ethereum back in the last cycle. So a lot of people are panic selling their Solana right here, but I think we're going to see more upside on Solana. I think we're going to break out. It's going to be a continuation pattern here out of this triangle structure. And we're going to break bullish here on Solana and see a lot more upside and really make a lot of money. So it's not just Bitcoin, it's not just Dogecoin, it's also Solana, it's Ethereum, it's a whole bunch of coins that are set up to really break out here and go nuts, go completely nuts in the big picture. So that's what I'm watching for with Solana. But also I want to talk a little bit about Pepe and the total market cap before I end this video here today, because Pepe is a great example of one of those coins where people are panic selling right now. They're really, really scared that it's going to go a lot lower, really because they don't understand cycles. They don't understand human psychology. And if they understood human psychology, they would not be so fearful right now. They would be a lot more willing to buy the dip, right? They wouldn't be so fearful. So if you look here, this is Ethereum back in the day when Ethereum first got added to Poloniex. It dropped from about $3 down to around 50 cents. Then it went all the way up to about $21 and pulled back pretty hard here. Well, I think Pepe is doing the same thing. The only difference is I think Pepe might already be bottomed, right? Where Ethereum had to drop a little bit lower than this horizontal support right here. I think Pepe already bottomed out where it's at right now. It's the same structure, the same psychology. And the reason I think that is because of the ABC correction. We have an ABC correction down here on Pepe, and we had that same ABC correction over here on Ethereum. The same ABC correction down. Now, even if Pepe was to drop just a little bit lower here, who cares? The name of the game is to be buying the dip in the big picture here. And when I say big picture, I mean the 8-day candlesticks, because I think we're going to see a big reversal. I think we're going to see a big pump here on Pepe. And once you've studied these cycles and you understand what happens psychologically at different phases in the cycle, then you're able to actually position yourself and play the markets and make a lot of money. Play the markets as they're meant to be played. And what happens when new coins get added to exchanges is a lot of times they dump, right? You can see Pepe dumped off right here. That's the same thing Ethereum did. And then they have their first little cycle, but they get overextended and they have to pull back. And that's what happened with Ethereum here. It got overextended, it had to come back to reality, right? I think Pepe is doing the same thing. It's coming back down to reality, but it's not going to stay down for very long. It's going to break out and go nuts, just like how Ethereum did. So I'm really bullish on Pepe as well as Dogecoin. And I'm not here to try to pin Ethereum versus Solana. I'm buying Solana meme coins. I'm buying Ethereum meme coins. I'm buying meme coins that aren't based on any specific chain like Dogecoin. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm buying everything. It doesn't matter if it's Ethereum, if it's Solana. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm buying it because I see a lot of upside coming in the total crypto market cap. And I want to have my skin in the game I want to have some skin in the game on at least a few different chains, right? Ethereum, Solana, different areas in the crypto space that I know are going to do really good. So yeah, I'm going to keep buying. I'm going to keep loading up on these coins, loading up on Bitcoin, Solana, all these different coins, because I see a lot of upside coming in the total crypto market cap. And if you want to make money, you buy the dip. That's what pros do. They buy the dip. You just buy the dip. Be greedy when others are fearful. And we're in a dip right now as we speak. I think we're going to see a lot more upside. Why not buy the dip? Why not pick it up undervalued? Right? That's what you're supposed to do. So that's my view on crypto, on Dogecoin, on Solana, on quite a few different coins. I expect a lot more upside in crypto. So be ready for it and be ready to make a bunch of money in the crypto markets. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.